global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Daily, the Vice Admiral Ibokette retired. The sole administrator of Rivers State is releasing those things he had under his sleeves. But then you can't blame him. Possibly he's getting instruction from the presidency and the National Assembly. Don't forget that they told him to report to them. Now, the latest is that the Rsiec, that's the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, have new chairman and also members. And it will shock you where the state that new chairman is coming from, going by his name. But first of all, let me give you full details of the news. According to the news, the Rivers State Sole Administrator Vice Admiral Ibokette Ibas retired, has appointed Dr. Michael Ibokette as the new chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, Rsiec. The announcement, which also included the appointment of 6 other commission members, was made in a special government announcement released Wednesday, that's today, this morning, by the secretary to the state government, Professor Ibokette. Then, according to the statement, the appointment takes immediate effect and are part of the ongoing reconstitution of key government bodies in the state under the emergency administration. The newly appointed Rsiec members are: number 1, Dr. Michael Ibokette is the chairman. Mr. Rsiec Leni Tobira is a member. Professor Dr. Otto Nwafo is a member. Professor Godfred Woke is a member. Professor Dem Joyce Akaniwo, member. Dr. Mrs. Olive A. Bruce is member. Professor Chidi Halide is also a member. Now, the appointment comes on the heels of a similar action by the sole administrator, who has named new administrators for all 23 local government areas of the state. The reconstruction or reconstructing of key state institutions follows President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's March proclamation of a state of emergency in Rivers and the subsequent suspension of Governor Similar Fubara, his deputy, and all elected members of the State House of Assembly. Whoa, this is getting very interesting. The sole administrator, as he's trying to put peace in the state, he's also doing other things. Now, the chairman of that independent electoral commission, Michael Ibokette, seems like a Cross River State name. Michael Ibokette. It doesn't look like a Rivers name, but however, he's a sole administrator. He runs the show. When the name is sole administrator, he runs the show without fear or favor. He runs it based on the instructions that he has been receiving from the presidency and also from the National Assembly, which means very soon we should be expecting an election to take place in Rivers State. And this time around, since Similar Fubara was not good enough to do the elections, this time around is a military administrator that is going to do the elections. Wow, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, thumbs up to him for this new innovation. Possibly other people will be learning from him. When it seems as though things are not working well, you bring in someone who will do the bidding of democracy, a military man, and that's exactly what we are seeing here. I don't know what this will breed in future, but however, it's one standard that is totally unconstitutional. We've never heard it this way before. My colleague is in the house and we just want to talk about this, and most people are saying, what is going on? Now, these were some of the things that we've been saying, and most people were really against us, and they said a lot of things. Some people will come to your comment section and say blah blah, but come on, it's playing out the way we had predicted it. What in respect to all these wahaha going on, because according to Ibas, he says that it takes immediate effect. Talking about appointment takes immediate effect. For him to appoint the Rsiec chairman, members, what do you think Nigerians should be, especially Riverians, should be expecting in the nearest future?
When all of this is beginning to play out, it begins to give life to those beer parlor rumors we get to hear that is not verified. Them say, you know, and you're like, who say? No be me say. They say insider source say. But then there is no reliable source that is saying. But right now it's playing out. Now you begin to say maybe there are some persons who are privy to some classified information, but they don't want their names to be mentioned. And that's begin to play out. Some days back, on Sunday to be precise, Sunday evening, a lot of insider sources, though who refused their name mentioned because they don't want issues, said that allegedly so that yes, somebody came around, but you know the one that became very popular is the Rolls Royce he drove down to Senator Barrister Ikpegi's place and all that. They said, but there was a night rendezvous that took place in the government house, but there's no information to that. There is nobody willing to say anything about that, and there's no pictures, no proofs to that effect. It was done in the nighttime. You know, somebody will say cats cry, begin die in the morning. There's a correlation. Now all of a sudden, isn't that the heads of the local government administrator that was there before were not good enough? Of course, they were not elected, but now you're removing them to put another set. There was a Rsiec chairman that even Nyesom Wike used in his time. You know, and now Fubara used, and now they're removing him, and all of them taking immediate effect. There is a court order restraining him because we're in democratic setting. They will say that Fubara does not obey court order. This one here, no, they even hear court order at all. He does not even understand court order. He just say, I move. They say he moves. Now that he has, regardless of court order, 23 local government chairman, local government administrators, it didn't give his name a caretaker, but to me it's still the same one, and it's just change of name have been enacted. Research chairman have been changed. Of course, now with all of this playing out, I do not know how Rivera's will take it, but eventually, if they can't take it, then that real reason why he came to broker peace will come up. Because I'm only looking at the likes of Obiakpo chairman Iyowo. Would Iyowo, in all sincerity, allow himself? Because when he wants to contest, you know, it will be, he knows that he's not going to win. Let's call it spade a spade.
Of course.
But you see, the other guys that ran, that also contested, the LP guys, they said that even if Ibas would do it today, that they will also outside their business, they will also apply and see if they will get, you know, the slot. But we all know this drill. If the people that is on ground are not good enough for the sole administrator to use, he's almost to broker peace. And up till now, as we speak, we've never had a situation where he said, okay, he has called Wike and he has called Fubara, and to see how that.
No, it was the National Assembly that said they are going to see how they can meet the warring factions and see how
we have not, up till now, we have not had any details
as we are talking right now. The so-called the other factions, they are in UK enjoying themselves, so there is no room. We are aware. So whatever peace you want to broker for now, we are far away in UK. We're doing our own things. When we are said we're going to come down, so I would say that Fubara is going through real lectures when it comes to politics. You know, when he started, he chose to go through it. When he started, Nigerians were like, you don't have to hit the street to do anything. But we know how this thing. Just take a cue from Natasha. When something unconstitutional takes place, even if you are going to be hoisted out, but they go feel no say yes that you no be mumu. Come on. Whether Wike was behind your being the president and being the governor of the state or not, the truth remains that the people have fallen in love with you, and there are a lot of things that you should do, whether we like it or yes. I know that so many persons are saying, oh, thumbs up, our PVC is now active, we're going to, but don't forget that we are trying to bring in some very unconstitutional things to take place in this country. Democracy that we all pretended to be, you know, that we are really ambassador of democracy and all of that. We are permitting it. For some of us, we have nothing to lose. But when we see the truth, we've got to say the truth. We need to say the truth. Now, this thing that have just taken place, if the sole administration comes on board and he carries out local government elections, what are we going to say? And let us be clear about these local government elections, that they talked about it and the Supreme Court, blah, 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 said something that you have to give all the parties, I think, is it 3 months notification, and then the next 3 months will be for the local government election. I wonder if all of this will be followed. But, you know, the main experts in politics said that this is a way of Wike recovering back his structure. Possibly when everything is done, then they will call him, boy, come over. You can now start, run it the way you are seeing it. And I tell you the whole truth that he will run it exactly the way they want him to run it. Sorry, Fubara is not a politician, and I'm really troubled for those who have followed him thus far. You know, things are happening. You are telling the people to go and lie low, some to pray, some to do this. When you, as the leader, you are not doing anything to help out the situation. Now, we have already seen very soon he's going to come on board to collect his normal salaries and everything go on. Unfortunately, godfatherism has been established once again in Rivers State, and we are going to see it play. When we say it like this, some people will come to the comment section and begin to blab their you are saying this. Is it not playing out? Is it not playing out the way they want it?